Hey everybody, here with another quick update for you. First, an update on euthanasia in Canada. Second, Mike brings an update in front of one of We Need a Law's billboards. And third, Ed gives an update on the Bill 24 legal challenge in Alberta. So let's get right to it. Medical assistance in dying is a euphemism for euthanasia and assisted suicide. It's something we've been following for a long time now. We haven't forgotten about this issue, and we can't because euthanasia proponents continue to push. Shortly after Canada legalized euthanasia, the government tasked the Council of Canadian Academies to study three aspects. First, requests by mature minors. Second, advance requests. And third, requests where mental illness is the only condition. Let me be clear, they are investigating whether Canada can euthanize sick teenagers or honor requests for euthanasia made before a serious disease is even contracted, or open it to those with mental illnesses like schizophrenia or serious depression. Now, ARPA participated in the government consultation on these expansions last year. The CCA report is due in December, and the government will then either ask a committee to review it, have a minister work with it, or create new legislation. ARPA is working on an update to our euthanasia policy report focusing on some of these developments. This updated and expanded report will be ready in September, so stay tuned for that. Now, last week we chatted with Mike Schouten of We Need a Law about the billboard campaign that they are running. There have been some developments since then, and he's on location in Abbotsford BC. Hey Mike.
Hey Colin. Since we talked about billboards last week on the Quick Updates video, there's been a couple of recent developments that we just wanted to make you aware of. One is that we received an email from ARPACanada. They are a self-regulatory body that ensures that advertisements such as ours are truthful, fair, and accurate. And in that email was 30 complaints from people who were obviously not in agreement with our billboard. Now, part of the process is that we have to respond to them by September 7th, and we're working on that. But we've also asked our supporters to engage. And this is where we are so encouraged, because over the course of the past 3 or 4 days, we've been copied on hundreds and hundreds of emails that people have sent to add standards. The emails have been short, to the point. The emails have been very respectful. An incredible contrast between the complaints that have come in from Ad Standards and the message that pro-lifers are sending out. So we are hugely encouraged that the impact that these billboards are having, they're going to be up for a couple of more weeks yet, and we're encouraging everybody to do what they can to share the message that Canada has no abortion law with all the people in their spheres of influence.
Thanks, Mike. Next, we're going to throw it over to Ed Hoogerdyk, the Alberta manager for ARPACanada, to let us know what's going on in Alberta right now. Ed, where are we at?
Hey, thanks, Colin. The last time I spoke with you all, the situation in Alberta was looking sort of daunting, threatening. I was expecting a phone call at any moment saying that a school had been challenged, or the Minister of Education was even perhaps going to pick one school to make an example of. But since then, I'm happy to say that the tension seems to have released a little bit. The government seems to have decided that our submissions are acceptable for now, even though some of the schools edited their requirements somewhat. So it seems like the pressure has abated for a while. On this note, I'd like to focus on encouragement. The Justice Centre reminded coalition schools during a recent conference call that they were going to remain committed to standing up for parental rights, for conscience rights, and for religious rights. I think this is great that they're not just focusing on the parents' rights side of things. I would encourage schools to remain principled and to clearly draw the line. Not a line, sort of a maybe line or a line that moves, but the line where our schools' leaders or school boards clearly let their memberships know that they will stand up for parents, stand up for faith, stand up for their God, and stand up for truth. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks so much, Ed. And thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you next week with another quick update.